gals, non-binary pals. Today we have, wow, the video today, the amount of messages I've gotten that wanted me to talk about this has been overwhelming, which I appreciate. You guys are the best, and I love that you guys care what I have to say about random stuff. It really makes my whole heart happy. But before we get started, I do want to say, if you haven't joined the Discord, I would highly recommend. That's where I get most of these video ideas, so there will be a link in the description. Over 13,000 people there. Also, if you want to join all the cool people right here that are typing in the chat, probably saying something very stupid, you can definitely do that as well. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I would love to have you. But today what we are going to be talking about is an article that is on the New York Post, that the title of the article is "Airlines Could Start Weighing Passengers Before Boarding." Now, when you hear that, that sounds pretty crazy. I have a suspicion that maybe people are freaking out for no reason. But, you know, hey, let's see what the article has to say. So what we are going to do first is watch this video that they have at the top of the article, which is a very nice touch. So let's see what they have to say.
Ticket, passport, scale? Airline passengers may be required to get weighed before boarding a plane.
Imagine if like literally it was that, if it was like that's how it was. Like before you, like, you know how you put your luggage on a scale and they see if it will fit, like, you know, above the plane, under the plane. What if they were like, all right, now you step on a scale, and dude, that would be terrible, man. I would be terrified, and I don't care how much I weigh, but it would still feel like this makes me uncomfortable, all right? And I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what the fitness people say. They're like, oh, well, if you care about your weight, then obviously it's a problem. Bro, if you're gonna make me step on a scale to get on a plane, I'm sorry, no.
According to airline blog View from the Wing, carriers may have to update passenger weight per an FAA advisory. Quote, the FAA realizes that passenger weight can vary by route, and airlines may want to document this difference.
It's interesting that it says they can vary by route. So, like, I wonder what is the heaviest flight in America? Which one is, like, on average, that's the heaviest flight?
Quote, states the blog. Fox News reports, Air Insight says new FAA standards will update the weight of an average adult passenger and carry-on bag to 190 pounds in the summer and 195 in the winter. It used to be 170 and 175 respectively. Reportedly, the survey is conducted at random and is voluntary. So if a passenger declines, someone else will be chosen.
So what it said right there, which I think is a very important part of the video, is that the survey, first off, it's a survey. So I don't think it's like they're going to have scales. And I don't think there's going to be someone walking around the airport with like a scale and be like, okay, well, you want to take the survey? All right, 1 second. Let me put the scale on the ground. Can you step on the scale? I'm assuming that they're just like, how much do you weigh? Okay. And then that's like literally, it's probably not even that serious. But, you know, there wasn't that much information in just this short little video. So there is also an article which we are going to go over as well. So in a measure that will likely irk flyers, airlines could soon require plus-size passengers to step on a scale or provide their weight before boarding the aircraft. So again, maybe I am hearing this wrong, or at least what the video said. It wasn't like it was targeted at plus-size people. Technically, this article isn't lying when it says that. Like, yes, plus-size people would be part of anyone could be surveyed. But from what I'm understanding, it seems like anyone could be surveyed. And yes, of course, some of those people might be plus-sized. I don't know, maybe I'm reading it wrong, but all right, let's keep going. The initiative, which was outlined in a recent federal Aviation Administration (FAA) advisory strives to provide new data on average passenger weights, as the current numbers reportedly don't reflect today's sky-high obesity rates in the U.S. Well, I mean, that's probably not wrong. Especially, I don't know when the past ones were implemented, but we're a little bit bigger now. Sky-high obesity rates in the U.S. In turn, this would help ensure aircrafts, especially the small ones, don't exceed their allowable weight limit, view from the wing reported. Which, again, I don't think that that's really necessarily a wrong thing. I think it's definitely better safe than sorry, especially when you're up in the air. And if you're like breaking a weight limit, that's probably not very good. But again, I want to make it clear, it doesn't seem like they are literally going around the airport looking for overweight people and being like, you need to step on this scale. If you weigh too much, you're out of here. At least from what I'm understanding. And that's the way that all of these places are kind of making it seem like it is. Which from what I understand, it doesn't seem like that seems to be the case. Okay. To put it, oh my God. If you're not watching, just look. To put it plainly, I don't think we should continue reading this because of that terrible, terrible pun. I hate it. The FAA wants to gauge how much fatter Americans have gotten to prevent things from coming apart when planes tries to take the skies. The new mandates, which were reviewed by airline industry publication Air Insight Group, would require airlines to take surveys to establish, again, surveys, so you can definitely not be part of the survey if you don't want to be, to establish standard average passenger weights for crew members, baggage, and passengers via random selection. So random selection, I guess you can make the argument that for some reason these people that are randomly selecting people might target overweight individuals, but I don't like. Again, I don't. Maybe I am wearing rose-tinted glasses here, but I really doubt that these airlines, which rely on people's money to stay afloat, would then target overweight people, which are obviously probably not super stoked about being weighed in any way, right? And especially in public. I don't know why they would target those people and then expect them to be like totally cool with it. Like, I really doubt that. I really, really doubt it. That's all I'm saying here. Once they've chosen a traveler, an operator may determine the actual weight of passengers by having them step. Oh, wow. Okay, well, it looks like that's actually a thing. By having them step on a scale before boarding the aircraft per the guidelines. Transcribed by Air Insight. If that's not an option, they're urged to ask each passenger their weight while making sure to add 10 pounds to account to account for clothing. Man, what are these people wearing? What are people wearing? I got my steel toe boots on. I have a bulletproof vest on. I need to wear 3 jackets, and I have also steel chain link underwear that I wear. Oh, man. Okay, I'm sorry. They even have a contingency plan for when operators suspect flyers are miscalculating their heft. What? In that case, crew members should make a reasonable estimate about the passenger's actual weight and add 10 pounds per the document. Oh, my God. Naturally, weighing people like luggage may seem a bit obtuse, which is why the FAA also provided guidelines on conducting the procedure in a way that protects passenger privacy. They stipulate that the scale readout should remain hidden from public view, while an operator should ensure that any passenger weight data collected remains confidential. Chalk up 1 for bedside manner. Thankfully, this is... Okay. Thankfully, travelers have the option of declining to participate in any passenger or bag weight survey per the guidelines. This is like... So you just say no. And then, all right, good to go. You don't have to worry about it. Like... Okay. I'm sorry. It's just so silly to me. The FAA issued an advisory circular in May 2019 that stressed the importance that airline weight and balance programs accurately reflect current passenger weights. The FAA said in a statement to the Post, operators are evaluating their programs to comply with this guideline. While weighing customers at the gate is an option, most operators will likely rely on updated methods for estimating passenger weights. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Before you get on the plane, step on the scale, please. Thank you. In order to update guidelines on standard passenger weight, airlines will have to up the weight of an average adult male passenger and carry-on bag to 190 pounds in the summer and 195 in the winter, a 20-pound increase from the current guidelines, Fox reported. Meanwhile, female passengers and carry-on bags will increase from 145 to 179 the summer and 150 to 184 in the winter. And that is the whole that's the whole article. It's just funny. It's funny seeing like the average. I know, like when you see the average, you're like, oh man, because like I weigh more than 190 pounds. I weigh 210 pounds. So I'm still above the average. But I don't know. It's just interesting. A lot of people, I think, were thinking that literally like I think a lot of people were like were thinking that they were going to weigh people, and if you exceeded a certain amount, you were not allowed to fly. And it doesn't seem like, from anything that I've read, from anything that we've just read, anything in the video, they're not saying that at all. They're just trying to update the passenger guideline, like trying to be like, yo, we can't, these planes, like they have a weight limit and we need to be careful. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't look like they're saying, oh, you're 300 pounds? Yep. You're staying here, bucko. Sorry. Hate to break it to you. But yeah, wow, what a wild ride that was.